what is occurring, everybody? Khaya's here. Otherwise, actually, my real name is Khaya. A lot of people have trouble saying Khaya, but you can call me Khaya because my real name is Khaya.
What is occurring, everybody? It's Khaya here.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dennis Ngango, and welcome back to my YouTube channel with the legendary social media guru, YouTube royalty.
I wanted to make a video response to this and say, give Khaya a raise. Show him the money or something, you know. And I don't want like an average raise because I don't do average work. I want that kind of raise where it's like, you know, when you get it, you're like, oh wow.
And of course, author Khaya Dlanga. So I wanted to talk about your third book.
Yes.
It's finally out.
Yes.
How are we feeling?
You know what? I'm actually feeling less nervous about this book than the first one and the second.
Yeah.
Here I'm like, okay, well, because it's an easy book and I think I know what it's like now and what to expect from people. So I'm like, yeah, okay. I literally almost had a heart attack when my last book came out.
To quote myself.
Yeah.
So you're saying the experiences of the two have been
because
somewhat
you know
different.
what, I think the other one is because I was literally pouring out my life,
Yeah.
you know, into this book, and I felt if I did that, if people reject it, right, it's going to be so like hectic, and that's how I felt, and the response it got was pretty incredible. Yeah.
No, definitely, and I know people stole it as well.
Oh, it was the most stolen book in the country when it came out, and in fact, 2 days before the launch, that's when I had a bit of an episode with my heart. I'm not even kidding. I think I was so stressed thinking no one was going to show up at my book launch.
No, but it's understandable. In between all those like feelings, there's also a whole lot of self-doubt because you're writing this story. You don't know if people are going to, you know, receive it the way you hope that they will. How exactly do you think you went about valuing your voice and your story? Because I think that's something everybody loves about you on social media and just your books, is that you value your voice and your story. How exactly did that happen?
I'll never forget, years ago, I went to the Eastern Cape, Eslalin, where I was born. And I just started taking pictures. I mean, just before Instagram, started taking pictures, and I'd post, oh wow, this is where I used to go to when we were grazing my grandfather's cattle, or this were his horses, and all of that. And what was quite interesting is I was showing people, oh, this is the hut I was born in. And I remember people were just saying, oh my word, we're so surprised to see someone who is so proud of where they come from. But generally people hide the village. They pretend like they've always been in the city. And the reaction was so widespread that the Mail and Guardian actually sent me an email. The editor of the Mail and Guardian sent me an email and asked me to write a story for the Mail and Guardian, and they sent a photographer, you know, to my village just to take pictures for the story. And I think what made me value it was because, or made me have my voice, was because I could see people were hungry to have stories they can relate to being told.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's something that really makes you stand out of the crowd, is just valuing your own, you know, story, from, you know, interviewing presidents to being homeless. You've gone through it all. How exactly do you still enjoy those moments? Because I think that's what other people also like, that's what people take from your work, is the fact that it seems as though irrespective of what space or journey you're in, you make sure to learn something from it, and hence you're able to write books like, you know, these things really do happen to me.
I mean, you know, every experience really is meant to teach you something, and it's not about, and I never feel that I'm being punished in any way if something happens to me, or if something doesn't go my way according to how I wanted. I think I've always, and because I'm also quite a spiritual person despite appearances, and there is, I always say that I'm a Christian but a naughty one. So they say, there was a Bible verse, especially when I was homeless, that I think reinforced. There were two things. One was is James 1, and that for me, I knew it off by heart because I'd read it all the time, and it was considered pure joy, my brothers, whenever I face trials of many kinds, because the testing of your faith develops perseverance. Perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete and lack nothing. if any of you lacks anything, you should ask God, who gives freely to all and without finding fault. And I thought for me, if it says, okay, I must consider pure joy whenever I face trials of many kinds, because the trial is giving me something. What is that?
Yeah.
Perseverance. So what will happen once I persevere and I carry on? It's so that I may lack nothing. So I know that at some point, what I'm going through is so that at some point I may lack nothing. And I think when I saw that's what literally, I think there's an attitude that I developed from seeing that. And also like reading Job.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know, after Job, and because I remember reading this Job where immediately after like the last servant comes to tell him that, okay, now you've literally, like, this is the last of the things that you've lost, and it's everything. And he tears his clothes and he pours ash on himself, and he says, naked I come, naked I shall depart, may the name of the Lord be praised.
Amen.
For me, that I was like, did this guy just say, may the name of the Lord be praised after he's lost everything?
Yeah.
And then I was like, all that's happening to me is that I'm just homeless, you know, like, and also in my mind, it's like what's happened to Job is that Job at the end of it, he, you know, his wealth and everything was multiplied 10 times. And then I was like, okay, I think that something good is going to come out. I don't know what it is. At some point, there's something good that's going to come out.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm also quite spiritual, and I always go back to the fact that this trial, this situation that I'm in, the circumstance is going to count for something.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't count for something, then it's the end. But let's not let it be the case. But I really believe every single thing in your life is going to count for something.
And I think it's important to actually know and acknowledge that. And I think when you know it, you almost attract good things to happen. Because you are you're almost speaking like this into existence, knowing that fine, this is a phase I'm going through, it's not the end. I am going through hell, I am not in it, I'm going through it.
No, definitely. What would you say is one of the main takeaways you want the readers to take away from this book?
Well, what I found in this book is that a lot of people really have very different things they've taken away. Some have found it hysterical, others have found it like to be quite moving for them, and it speaks something very personal, I think, in their lives and experiences. In fact, someone DM'd me a screenshot of a message she'd written her dad. Her father was completely absent in her life. She said this book inspired, you know, to write that message to her dad, saying that even though I know you are not going to respond to me, because you never do, I want to know that I forgive you. You know, like things like that. So I just want people to take whatever it is that they want to take. I don't think it's up to me to decide.
It's so powerful being able to not only validate your own voice, but also teach people how to do the exact same thing. And I think that's what you do quite well.
I don't know, but I'll accept it.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for coming through to the channel. Just let us know where everyone can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter, handle at Khaya Dlanga, both areas. But if you go on YouTube, you can find videos from like 2 million years ago.
And we need you to come back. We need you to. I want you to close the video as you do with your previous ones.
Maximum respect, everybody.